In this video, I'm going to talk about Microsoft Copilot Adoption Kit. Microsoft Copilot Adoption Kit basically can help you generate ideas for the organization for utilizing artificial intelligence at work. Now, it's a kit which consists of various components. It consists of adoption kit instructions, how to use the adoption kit. So basically an instruction on how do you utilize various artifacts which are available within the adoption kit. Then there is a tip sheets and handouts which will help you understand Copilot in much more depth. A user training presentation, basically presentation basically to train your internal users. If you want to if you want Copilot to be adopted at a wide organization level. And also it contains videos, so there are pre recorded videos provided by Microsoft which will help you understand or provide more introduction about how to utilize Copilot using various technologies. It also contains a customizable template, so it contains templates which will allow you to utilize the existing structure provided by Microsoft in terms of email, and that email can be used by your admin or IT team to propagate the information of the Copilot adoption journey. Now, there is also an image creation with designer guide, which will help you to understand more use case scenarios of utilizing Microsoft Designer with the help of Copilot. Now, the kit is available in 12 different languages, and this is a URL for you to download the adoption kit. So it is called as Microsoft Copilot Adoption Kit, and it basically consists of when you download this particular kit, it will have a zip file, and the zip file will contain many multiple office related documents. Now, this is an introduction screen. If you navigate to the website here, you will see an introduction about Microsoft Copilot Adoption Kit. And these are some of the artifacts which you will find when you see when you download basically the Microsoft Copilot Adoption Kit. So let's see it in action. So this is the URL adoption.microsoft.com. And once you navigate to this site here, you will find Microsoft Copilot Adoption Kit. Now, this full kit can be downloaded in English language, but I have done this ahead of time. Now, what does this kit contain? So, as I mentioned to you, this kit contains instructions. It contains image creation with designer guide, tip sheets and handouts, videos, customizable templates to help drive awareness and usage. This particular kit is also available in 12 languages, 12 additional languages. So as you see over here, and this will be uh, basically again a downloadable instructions to utilize Copilot within your organization. Now, once you download this kit, here you will see that it will contain a whole bunch of office related documents. Now let's go into this document one by one. So first I'll go into the folder which contains videos. So as you see over here, there are 4 different videos which are currently available. So the first one is get started with Microsoft Copilot at work or school. So I'll just play this video just to show you what does this video contains. So this basically contains so this video basically consists of information about just getting started with Microsoft Copilot at work or school. It gives you a very high level introduction. So as I just go through the video, it will just give you an introduction about how we can utilize Copilot. What are the different scenarios through which we can utilize Copilot within the organization? Then there is a second video which is role based video content, and then there is a role based video HR professional, and then there is another video role based video software developer. So this is on basis of the roles which are assigned to you within the organization. So say take for example, if you are a content writer, then how will you utilize Copilot, right? So here you will see as a content writer what prompts you are going to type in, how it is going to respond back, and some basic tips on utilizing Microsoft Copilot for your day in day out activities. Now This video is specific to your copilot.microsoft.com. So this is not currently tied to any specific product, but this is a general copilot which is available within the browser. Now there is another video which talks about for HR professional. So as an HR professional, how will you utilize the Copilot? So as you see over here, it talks about writing a job description for the head of product director. So here you will get the response, and then based on that response, you can tweak the response, and then you can get more relevant answers as you specify the prompt. Now if you want to generate interview questions, you can generate that as well. So it gives you basically a jump start on how to utilize the Copilot. Now if you go into the end of the video, that's about the software developer, a day in life of a software developer. So how will software developer utilize the Copilot? So here, as you see here, that the prompt has been written to write a JavaScript method that uses sentiment analysis to classify customer review as positive or negative. So here you will see that you get a whole bunch of code. As you see over here, this code has been generated by Copilot. So like this, it will provide you some sort of a jump start. So also you can translate the JavaScript code above uh, into R. Okay. So all those things you can you know generate in different languages. Okay, so in React and Python, so all those things you can generate using Copilot. Now that's all about video within the Copilot adoption kit. Then there is an adoption kit instruction. So what is adoption kit instruction? Basically, this is like kind of a say 4-page document. It will contain important instructions for IT admin. It will give you an important information about what does this Copilot were formerly called as, what all things you will find within the adoption kit. So in the adoption kit, we have change management templates for IT, user training guide, interactive guide, single page user scenario tip sheets, videos, designer guide. So all these things are provided within this particular document. If you go into the next slide, here you will see that it talks about adoption kit content. So let me unzoom this a bit. Yeah. So this adoption kit content basically contains user training PowerPoint deck. It contains tips for making the most of Copilot at work, tip sheet, and some information about designer guide as well. So it will just give you in just what does this entire kit contains. Now, if you want to explore more on various other sections, you can navigate to this slide and then understand the whole structure of this kit. Now, there is also a step-by-step instruction written on the implementing communications part. So, as you see over here, from the communications implementation perspective, here you can see that it's broken down into steps: step one, step two, step three. Like, how do you utilize the templates which are available within this kit? So, one of the template would be making use of like say placeholder content within that template, and then customizing it as per your organization's need. So how do you use that? So if you open an email template, you just open Outlook and then try to open that OFT file, and then once you open that OFT file, you can just edit the file and then send across to your wider audiences. So I'm going to show you all this thing in a while. Now, there is a Word document which is called as name change template for IT admins. Now, what is this template? Is basically it is a template for basically an email template. Okay, so as you see over here, it says use this template to help communicate the Copilot name change or the updated protected signaling with the Copilot UI. Okay, now this is just one example. Okay, so if you, as you see over here, template new name, template updated UI. Okay, now as you all know that Bing Chat Enterprise has been renamed to Copilot. Now if you want to propagate this information to your wider organization, you can start providing this information in a part of an email. Now as this information is pretty much like not it's this information is not propagated to your organization wide, then what you may need to do is like utilize this template and then start providing this content or pushing this content to your various department users or business units, so that they know what's happening, what's changing, what hasn't changed, and what you need to do in terms of utilizing the Bing Chat Enterprise or Copilot. Like this, you will have a subject and then the content is basically the body of an email. Okay, so this is the second email about the updated UI within the Copilot. As there are changes which are coming to Copilot now, many people might ask what does that protected button means within the Copilot interface. So all these informations are basically being provided as a part of the template. Now, if you see this file, the OFT file, making the most of Copilot to be creative and productive at work, and Copilot is a company approved AI solution. Now, again, it's an OFT template. So if I open this particular template, so I've already opened this template. So as you see over here, it will give you a basically an artifact. It will contain some graphics, some text, and here it will give you an information to be propagated among your team members. Now, there are sections which are highlighted in yellow. You can make use of these templates to replace it with your company name. Okay, and then once you are ready with that, you need not send all this document or all this information to your team, but you can pick and choose whatever you want and how do you think the maturity of Copilot is within your organization. So as you see over here, it talks about resources, it talks about the frequently asked questions. So all these things can be utilized as a part of Copilot Kit. Now there is another email which is Copilot is a company approved AI solution. So again, you can utilize this as well. So this is again same template. Anything which is in highlighted in yellow, you can replace it with your company name. Over here, anything which is highlighted over here, you can create a form or basically provide a link to the website or create a separate survey form to send across to your team, so that they can provide feedback about utilizing artificial intelligence within your workplace. Then moving on to there is one more PowerPoint presentation. So as you see over here, it's called interactive introduction to Copilot. Now this is basically again a one page slide which will give you a brief information about interactive introduction to Copilot. So, if you want to give a step by step instruction to the user on how to get started with Copilot, as you see over here, it says step one, open your Edge browser and navigate to copilot.microsoft.com. Step two, make sure that you sign into your work or school account. And step three is how to try the Copilot. So basic, very basic introduction just to get the people acquainted with various Copilot uh, functionalities, just by like logging into the browser and let the user try on their own, and before they even become a pro users in utilizing Copilot. So basically you're giving them a platform to utilize Copilot. Now for some advanced functionality, like if you want to utilize Microsoft Designer, then this is a nice guide which comes up with image creation with Designer. Basically, it's a guide for new creators. So now, say take for example for a project, if we want to utilize, say image, what we do is like we go into the gallery and then we start downloading all the either the free images or we buy images from various organizations. So instead of doing that, you can be more creative and you can start utilizing Designer to generate images. And it can be photography, it can be of type painting, 3D art, animation, illustration. It can be for your proposal, it can be for your say UI code. So all for all this various areas, you can utilize Microsoft Designer. Now you can generate images that helps some complex concept, or you can find the you can create an image with different variations for the theme, concept, or idea. So all these things can be done using Microsoft Designer. So this guide will give you a I'd not say it's like a detailed guide, but then it will give you a good jump start on how to utilize Microsoft Designer to generate various content. So basically the output is an image, so you may need to write some prompt. Now how do you write a prompt? Like, you select your subject, you specify context, you specify the style. So all those things are given within this documentation. And then it has given some sample prompt as well. So you can start with a basic and sample prompt. And then once you are comfortable with utilizing those sample prompt, you can start providing more instructions to the designer. Then there is an advanced creation technique. You can start making more realistic images. You can utilize pop art, environmental art, 3D diorama, product visualization. So all those things can be done if you know how to write a proper prompt. And you can also make use of your existing images and then make these images into a more impressionist style. Okay, like say example impressionist painting. So designer can give you that as well. Now it won't give you a proper output in the first iteration, because it may be either because of the model or maybe because of the prompt which you write. But then as in when you start writing more uh, clear prompt, providing more instruction or comprehensive instruction, then you will be able to utilize the designer to its full extent. Now, then there is a PDF document which talks about 5 tips for making the most Copilot at work. Now, what we do with the Copilot at work? So basically, if a user is pretty much very new to the Copilot, then we can provide them the user with some sample examples, like give them a PDF document which contains, say company policy document, and if you just put in a summarize a long article document or a PDF in the Copilot, then user will be able to get the summarization of the document instead of reading through the documentation as a whole. So the user will understand the value which you get out of the Copilot. Similarly, the Copilot can be used to draft an email, provide a customer ready content, generate images to elevate the content, learn new things quickly. So all the sample prompts are provided as a part of this particular kit. So for this example, so learning new things quickly. Now you can ask the Copilot explain how a large language model works in simple terms. And you can provide the suggested prompts as well. Okay, and then on basis of that, you can also extend by adding your own prompt or appending prompt to the all the already existing prompts, just to see how the output is shaped by Copilot. Then we have messaging series 1 and 2. So again, messaging series 1 and 2 is basically the same thing which we have seen from a email perspective. Now we have seen couple of emails. Now Copilot is a company approved AI solution and enhancing productivity with Copilot. Now these are available as a part of the Word document, or and it is also available as a part of OFT. So depending on your scenario, if you want to make it more editable, then you can make use of the Word document, try to draft your content, and then once you are ready with it, you can copy this content in an email, or you can directly use the OFT template, and then you can present this email to your IT admin, and then once it is approved, then you can send it to your wider audience. Then we have the final one, which is a user training deck. Okay, so user training deck, this is a huge and comprehensive document. Now before we go to user training deck, let me show you interactive introduction to Copilot. Now as you see here, interactive introduction to Copilot, this is just a one pager document, right? Now if I open the user training deck, this has 41 slides. Okay, now you can utilize this deck to train your internal users. Now this is ready-made available slide. You can, anything which is highlighted in yellow, you can replace it with your specific token. So I can replace it with my company name. So if my company name is Conto, so I'll just type in updating Conto, so uh, uh, with the name of the organization, right? So if you see in this slide, I will replace this with my company name. So with this, what will happen is that that will have a more branded kind of a presentation for my internal users, and then I can follow the suite for other slides as well. So this slide deck basically gives you gives you an introduction about Copilot, how to utilize Copilot. Now, some of the information like summarization, analysis, generating tables, generating content, generating images, these are like very simple things. But then, if you understand this correctly, if you can take this as a base model and then start utilizing the prompts which are available out of the box, then you will be getting more comfortable with Copilot. It also talks about why you should use Copilot, what are the uh, models which gets utilized behind the Copilot usage, and then how it is secured in terms of commercial data protection. So you can use this document to train your users. Now there are various things which goes within the slide deck. You can pick and choose whatever things you want. Now there are 41 slide pages. Now you can remove the slide which you do not want. Like one of the slide contains about sign in with your work account. Now if you think that your user is already well acquainted with the signing process and there is no issue with it, and then they exactly know what does that protected tag means, then you can get rid of this tag. Also, this schematic will give you an information about what is contained within the Copilot home screen. Now, the Copilot home screen is not much busy, but then there are various things like the protected badge or the suggested prompt by Microsoft, the start a new chat button, and the conversation style. So, all this information are pretty much important for a user to understand once they start utilizing Copilot. So, this document is pretty much comprehensive. It talks about prompt. What is a prompt? Prompt is not just a text, it gives you an instruction to the Copilot. It has its own context, and the more information you provide, the better output you're going to get out of Copilot. And what makes an effective prompt? So basically, it talks about prompt engineering, how you need to be specific and detailed about the prompt. So all these things are provided as a part of the kit. So I'm not going to go in through all these things, but then you can have a look into all the slide decks. This will give you information about creating an image, creating using a visual search, using a compose template, and basically once you are done with it, this is the final slide where you can further customize it by adding your company logo and then maybe providing a user with a certificate of attendance. Also, you can generate your own Microsoft forms, feedback forms, so that that after the session I need to take a feedback from the user, and then on basis of the user's response you tweak your content accordingly. So, in a summary, I would say Copilot Adoption Kit will give you a complete package of information. Depending on your organization's maturity level, you need to pick and choose what you want to use. So there is a PowerPoint presentation, there is a email template, there is a temp adoption kit instruction, and then there are some sample videos which will help user get a jump start to using Microsoft Copilot within your organization. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching.